Hello students. So today we'll start from where we have left off in the previous tutorial. So we were in the data types topic. So we talked about four data types. Okay. So keep in mind that arrays and objects are reference types. Okay. So fourth one is booleans. Okay. Booleans. So booleans are like true and false. Okay. So these two true and false come under boolean. Okay, how to check that? Okay, so we'll do some uh, coding here. So we will assign any value. Suppose we are taking a variable a and we are assigning any number to that variable, and then we are taking another variable and we are assigning another value to that variable. Okay, so what we want to show is these two variables are equal or not. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll check A is equal to B or not. Okay, so we'll check this. Okay, so we want to check either A is equal to B or not. So what will be the result? Okay, so we'll save it and refresh it. So here you are getting false because A is not equals to B. Now let me check the type of this result. Okay, so we are now checking the type of this equals to B. Sorry, here let me assign a value to the result. Okay, so now we'll check the type of the result, that is of the variable C. Okay, now we'll save it and we'll refresh it. So now it is coming under boolean. This because previously it was coming false. So the false comes under the boolean category. Okay, suppose here I will change it to 1. Okay, and I will remove the type of and will save it. Now we'll refresh it. So now it is coming true. Then we'll check the type. Now it is also coming boolean. So both true and false comes under the boolean category. Okay, now next is undefined. This is also a data type. Okay, suppose we'll take another variable. Suppose we assign nothing to this variable. Okay, suppose we assign nothing to this variable. Okay, now let us check what is the type of this variable. Okay, this variable D, because we haven't assigned anything to this variable. Now let us check what is the type of this variable. Okay, so it is coming undefined because the value of the variable D is nothing. Okay, so it is undefined. So we can say that D has no value. Okay, suppose like if we give an empty string. Okay, here, so this is not, this value will not come under undefined because it is a string. Okay, just let me check here. Okay, you can see we are checking the type of e variable. Okay, so we have given an empty string. Okay, so we will refresh it. Now it is coming string because we have assigned a value that is an empty string. Okay, so its type will not come as undefined. Okay, you can also assign as undefined. Okay, you can write undefined and assign the variable f as undefined. Okay, it will also come under type undefined. Okay, see, so it is coming undefined. Okay, so these, either the variable will be empty, like not empty, it will be, the d variable will have no value. Okay, then the value will be undefined, or you have given the variable the value as undefined. Okay, so these two conditions, if it is present, then the value will be undefined. Okay, next is null. Okay, so next is null data type. So this undefined and null is kind of equal actually. Okay, only the type of both the things are different. Okay, so what we will do here is we will assign another variable and we will give null to this variable. Okay, now we will give, we'll check the type of this variable. Okay, and see the result. Okay, so it is coming object. Why it is coming object? Because the type of null is always an object. Okay, it is predefined. Okay, so always keep in mind that the type of null is always an object. So these are the seven data types that you will use frequently. Okay, now we will move on to functions. Okay, let me just create another file. Okay, here we will understand what are functions. Okay, so what are functions? Functions are basically if we want to perform something. Okay, if we want to uh, perform some task. Okay, so we write that particular code inside a function so that we can reuse it. Okay, functions are used when we want to reuse the code. Okay, we want a single block of code and we want to execute it, so we can call that function various times. Okay, according to the requirement. Okay, so how do we write a function? Okay, so here we will, like suppose we want to add two numbers. Okay, so we'll write a function for that. Okay, so we'll write a function. We'll name it anything. Suppose my function, will put a curly brace here, sorry, parenthesis and then a curly brace. So what we want to do is we want to add two numbers. Okay, add two or three numbers, or okay, you can add as much numbers as we can. Okay, so what we will do here is we'll pass arguments. Suppose we want to add two numbers, so we will take two arguments here, x and y. Okay, uh, you can take any argument you want to. Okay, so here we will return the function. Okay, we'll use a return keyword. Okay, this will return a particular, return this function here. Okay, so we want to add. Okay, so we'll add these two x and y. Okay, now what we want to do here is we want to call this function here. Okay, we want to call this function. So how do we call a function? We just write that function name here, this function name, and give a parenthesis. And here you can see these two arguments are present here. Okay, so if we are passing two arguments, so here we have to give two numbers. Okay, suppose we are giving 2 and 4. Okay, so we are passing 2 and 4 because there are two arguments, so we are giving two numbers here. Okay, so how do we output the result? Okay, so we can output the result from here. We can also output from here. Suppose I can, like, I have to create another uh, like I have to create an HTML here. Okay, so I will output from here in this paragraph. Okay, so I will target this paragraph. So I will comment this out, and I will want to output this result here. Okay, this. So we'll call this function. We'll cut from here, and we will paste this function here. Okay, so we are calling this function from this file. Okay, this index.html file. Okay, so we haven't linked this file in our index.html. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll 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 make another script tag. Okay, script, and we can do one more thing. Okay, we can leave it, and we can cut from here, and we can, just for showing you, we can paste it here. Okay, so what we have done is we have created a function named my function. Okay, and we have passed two arguments here, x and y, and we have returned that function. Okay, so and we want to output the result. Okay, so we have taken target this id para, and here from get element by id, document dot get element by id, and we are placing it under paragraph tag, p tag. Okay, so we are taking inner html, and then we are calling that function. Okay, this function here. Okay, now let's save it and refresh this, and here it is coming 6. Okay, so 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, so in this way we can call a function. Okay, suppose, like, here I will make another paragraph, and I will give an id of para1. Okay, so I've given an id as para1. Okay, so we will target that para1 id by the help of document.getElement by id, and we will pass a different number. Suppose I will pass 6,8. Okay, so I just have to call this function. We don't have to write this whole function twice. Okay, so this is the reusable of code. Okay, so we are just calling that function, we are just calling this function, and we are passing a different argument or a number, you can say. So here we are passing 2 and 4, and here we are passing 6 and 8. Okay, so let's save it and refresh it. So we are getting 14. Okay, so here we are getting 6 and here we are getting 14, and we are only writing this function only once. We are just calling it from two places. Okay, so this is the main use of function. Okay, we can reuse the code. Okay, twice, thrice. Okay, so we can if we want to use another number. Okay, suppose you can also multiply it. So any piece of information here you are writing inside that function, that is the block of code that you want, that is the operation you want to perform. Okay, so here we are returning that particular function. Okay, so let's save it, and now it is giving a different result because we have changed the multiplication sign here. Okay, so we are multiplying it. And keep one thing in mind, that if we don't return this, okay, this result, suppose we'll remove this return keyword, now what it will give. Okay, we'll save it, and now we'll refresh it. Now it is coming undefined. So why it is coming undefined? Because we are not returning any result. Okay, we are just performing the task, the operation, and we are not returning that function. Okay, so this function is not getting the result. Okay, so we have to return that particular result. Okay, so we are returning here. Now save it, and you will get the desired result. Okay, so in this way we can use the function. Okay, now this is one syntax to write a function. Okay, so from 2015 onwards, a new version of JavaScript has been created, that was ECMAScript. Okay, ECMAScript uh, 5. Okay, also known as ES6. Okay, so like various things are added to that particular version. Okay, so we'll cover we will give a topic as ES6 here. ES6 version. Okay, so in this normal function we can write, like, we can give this syntax. Okay, but in ES6 version the syntax is slightly different. Okay, I will comment this out first, and we will write a function here. Okay, so what we have to do here, will in this thing, in this normal JavaScript, in the previous versions, we are taking variable. Okay, where as a variable. So in this ES6, two different variables are there, let and const. Okay, so these two ways are present for assigning a variable. This let is like this where. Okay, we can reassign the variable. Okay, like we can first assign the variable as any value, and then we can reassign that variable. But in const, we can't reassign the variable. Okay, like first we have assigned a variable a value of 6, and second we have assigned a value of 7. We can't do that. Okay, so we'll create a function by using a const. Suppose we are taking a name, const function, const my function equals to, we will not use that function keyword here. What we'll use here is, we will give a parenthesis and an arrow, and then the curly brace. So inside this block we will write our this code here. Okay, so cut we'll copy this code and we'll paste it here. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are just removing this function keyword here. Okay, rather than we are just like we are giving an arrow function. This is called an arrow function. Okay, in ES6 this is called arrow function. Okay, so we are assigning this name to this function. This is the way of writing a function. Okay, first an empty parenthesis, then an arrow, and then the curly brace. Okay, so inside this we have to pass our arguments here. So we have provided two arguments here, so we will pass two arguments inside this parenthesis. Now we'll check that this piece of code is same as this or not. Okay, so we will save it and we will run. So this is also giving the same result like this. Okay, so this is the shorter syntax that arrow function is providing or ES6 is providing you. Okay, so always keep your code clean and short. Okay, so like if you want to support like if you are making any project for clients like that are supporting older browsers, so you can use this where keyword. Okay, but when you are using for like personal use, you can use this syntax. Okay, this is easy. Okay, easy, and like it is a cleaner code compared to this. Okay, so we are just assigning a value of that function, and just we are writing an empty parenthesis inside which we are giving the arguments and then an arrow and then a curly brace. Inside that we are performing any piece of operation. Okay, so these are like these. Now I will about talk later about this ES6 version. Okay, so these three are a part of ES6. Okay, so we have covered almost all the things in the function. Okay, so these things you have to know about a function. Okay, so this is the basic actually. Okay, you have to perform like any piece of task you have to perform inside this function, and you have to reuse this function. Okay, as many times as you can. Okay, now we will move on to how to use an object. Okay, what are objects? So these are objects here. Okay, so inside the curly braces these key value pairs. Okay, first one is key and second is its value. Okay, in the same way this is the key and this is the value. Okay, so we are storing this object inside this obj variable. Okay, so how do we get the f name value? Okay, like how do we get the Rohan value? Okay, how do we extract any value from an object? So we'll learn this. Okay, we'll cut from here and we will paste here. Okay, so we are assigning this object to this obj variable, and let me remove this. So we want to extract this f name value. Okay, that is Rohan. So what we will do is we'll target this obj, we'll write obj dot and then the property name. Okay, see here it is coming. Two property names are there, f name and l name. Okay, so this obj holds these two properties, f name and l name. You can choose. Suppose we want to choose f name. Okay, so we are choosing f name. Let's save it and we'll see it in our browser. So here it is coming Rohan. Okay, so in this way we can extract the property or key. Well, key. Okay, we can extract the value of this particular key. Okay, one more method is there. Suppose we'll write obj means this obj parent obj. Okay, and then we can give like this big bracket sign, and here we will write. Suppose uh, we want to extract this Sharma here. Okay, so its key is L name. Okay, so we'll target this key L name. Okay, so we will write L name here and let's save it and see what happens. Okay, so here it is coming Sharma. Okay, so in either ways you can extract the values. Okay, but the most preferred way is this because it is kind of easy actually. Okay, so we are extracting the values just by using a dot. Okay, we are extracting the property. Okay, just by using a dot. Okay, so you can also use this or you can use this. Okay, so suppose here we can also differentiate it like suppose obj we are giving suppose just a minute obj dot l name. Okay, so we are concatenating it with an empty string. Okay, an underscore. Okay, so here it is a variable actually, then we are concatenating with a string and then we are concatenating that string to a variable. Okay, let's save it. So it is coming Rohan Sharma. Okay, so in this way we can extract values from an object. Okay, you can also have nested objects. Suppose here um, like we can use a person. You can have a nested object here. Okay, so inside this person we have f name and l name. Okay, so how can we do, like how can we extract this f name here? So first we'll target obj, the parent object, and then after that this person, because this person is the parent of this object here. Okay, so we will target person and then we have to target the inner properties, inner key of this object, this person object. If you feel like suppose here you can see when I've put a dot, two properties, two property names are coming. That is f name and l name. Okay, you can choose either of these. Okay, now this is the parent object. After that, this is the parent object of these two properties, f name and l name. Okay, so in this way we can like work with nested objects. Okay, here we can also have to change. Now here we are writing obj.person.fname. So we are targeting this Rohan and here we are taking obj.person.lname, that is Sharma. Okay, let's save it. We'll go on to our, so it is coming undefined, and here it is coming Rohan Sharma, because we are targeting this person here. Okay, and here we are not targeting this particular person. Okay, so this is the preferable way of doing extracting a value from an object. Okay, so I recommend you using this syntax here. Okay, so this so an object can be used in this way. Okay, so we have extracted an object value, and we have extracted an object from a nest, extracted a value from a nested object. Okay, so we have done both. So now let's continue with strings. Okay, so earlier we have studied about strings. What are strings? Okay, so these here, f name, so these are strings here. So this string contains the value as Ashfaq. Okay, so let's cut it from here and let's save here. Okay, paste it here. Okay, so this is the string. Okay, string provides us some methods and properties, so we will use that methods and properties. Okay, so we'll target this f name. So here we'll target f name and we'll put a dot. You will get all the properties that we can use with the strings here. Okay, so first we'll use the length property. By using this length property, we can get the f name values length. Okay, means the Ashfaq length here we can get. Okay, so we'll save it. Length means how many letters are there, how many characters are there. Okay, inside f name. We'll save it and we'll refresh it. So it is getting 8. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters are there. So it is giving the length of this f name variable. Like this, we can also use some more properties here. Like we can use slice. We can give the starting like starting letter. 2 parameters are present in this. Okay, you can also omit the second parameter, but the first parameter is compulsory, that is the starting letter. Means I want to start from the third letter. Okay, and move on to the seventh letter. Means I want to get the letter from 3 to 7, means third to seventh position. So if we want to get the letter of the from the third to seventh position, we have to give here 8, because the end position is not counted. In this way we can get the letter of the from the third to seventh position. Okay, always keep in mind that the end position is not counted. Okay, so here we can see the third position letter is, you can count 1, 2, 3, that is H, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it is from H to U. Okay, let's save it and let's refresh it. So here you are getting 3 to 8. Okay, sorry, here we are counting from 1. Okay, sorry, it will count from 0. Okay, always the counting starts from 0, but in case of length the counting starts from 1. But in these properties, always the counting starts from 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is starting from F, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8 is not included because like end letter end position is not included always. Okay, so here we are getting FAQUE. So here we are getting FAQUE means the positions from 3 to 7. Okay, so 3 to 7 positioning is this. Okay, let's change. Suppose we'll change it txt and we'll change it to welcome to JavaScript. Okay, so we are getting this. So what we want to do is now we want to like 3 to 12 means we want the letters starting from the position 3 and ending with the position 11. Okay, so 12 is here means 3 to 11. Okay, so between 3rd to 11th position the letters will be present. Okay, that letter we want. Okay, let's save it. Just a minute, here we will change it to txt because we are targeting this txt here. Let's save it. So we are getting come to J means this letter here, these letters. Okay, these letters because the we are starting from 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 starts from C, 4, 5, 6, an empty string 7, 8, 9, empty string 10, and then this J is 11. Okay, we are not counting the 12th position, only till 11th position. Okay, so if we'll omit this second parameter, it will count till end. Okay, 3 till infinity. Okay, means all the letters after the third position. Okay, so we'll save it and we'll see what happens. Okay, so come to JavaScript. Okay, so we are getting all the letters after the third position. Okay, so if we omit the second parameter, it will take all the letters after that position. Okay, now one more method, or you can like substring. Okay, here you can get substring. Okay, what it will do is it is same as slice. Okay, now let me talk about slice only. Okay, suppose we want to target it from right. Okay, so we can also give minus positions. Okay, suppose we want to get minus 12 till end means everything after minus 12. So here you can see minus 12 position. Here we will start from backwards, and whenever a negative sign is there, we'll start from the right side. Okay, means the end part. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11. Okay, so till this empty string. Okay, this whole part is coming under this. Okay, so let's save it and let's see. Okay, so here it is coming O JavaScript because oh sorry, we are not counting from 0. Actually, sorry, I forgot. 0, minus 1, minus 2 till O. Actually, this. Earlier we are counting from 1. Actually, I forgot that. Always start from 0. Okay. So from O to JavaScript. Okay. We can also give a second parameter. Suppose we want to count till 6, means -6 to -12, means positioning will be done from -6 to -11. So 0, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. From here, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11. Okay. So from A to this whole part here. Okay. So we'll include this -6 and remove this, means we will count till -11 position. Okay, -6 to -11 position. Let's save it. So we are getting till O Java. Okay, so we are counting from -6 to -11. Okay, so in this way we can uh, like add negative values also to the slice method. Okay, now we'll use a substring. Okay, this substring is the same as the slice. Only the difference is it don't accept negative values. Okay, it only accepts positive values, like uh, we'll give 6 to 12. Okay, same functionality is there, only it will not accept the negative values. Okay, so 6 to 12, we'll save it, then we'll refresh it. So it is coming E to J. Okay, means 6 to 12 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from E, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So E to J means will not include the 12th position, only till 11. Okay. If we give a negative sign here, see what will be the result. Okay. We'll save it and we'll refresh it. So no result is coming because it don't support negative values. Substring don't support negative values. We can also omit the second parameter. If we'll do like this, it will like continue with the whole word, means after 6 it will continue with the whole characters, means all the characters after 6 sixth position. Okay, now one more method is there. Various methods are there. Substr. Okay, substr. See. Okay, so what it will do is, when we write the second parameter in the slice and substring, what that means is it will be like 6 from 6 to 12th position. Okay, but in substr, this second parameter is the length, how much letter we want to include in that particular text. Okay, suppose we want to include 4 letters. Okay, so after sixth position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so from E to, so these are 4 letters. Okay, so this second parameter is the length in substr. Okay, not the position. Okay, but in slice and substring, these two are the positions. These two parameters are the positions, but in substr, this first parameter is the position and the second parameter is the length, means length of the text that you want to include in that particular space. Okay, means in this paragraph. Okay, so here we are getting, we want to include 4 letters, 4 characters. Okay, so first is E, second is empty string, third is 2, and fourth is O. So we get the result as E space TO 2. Okay, so let's check. So we are getting E space 2. Okay. So if we want to like include 9 letters, okay, let's save it and check. So E2 Java. Okay. So these are 9 letters here. Okay. Starting from the 6th position. Okay. So in substr, it the second parameter is always the length. Okay. If we omit this second parameter, it will take all the characters after 6, same as slice and substring. Okay. So no difference is there. Only the second parameter is changed here. Okay. The length is the second parameter is the length. Okay. Let's save it. See, whole characters are present after the position 6. Okay. So these three methods, slice, substring, and substr, are kind of same. Okay. So we have talked about 4 methods and properties. Now next is um, we'll talk about like we can, yes, index of. Okay. So what it tells is the index of a particular string. Okay. Suppose we type index of. Okay. So two properties are there, index of and last index of. Okay. Suppose we want to find the index of this particular text. Okay. 2. Okay. So here we'll provide that particular to string and we'll search. It will give the index of this particular string. Okay. So let's save it and we'll check. So this is coming 8 because the index of this 2 is 8. Okay. Suppose here if we get 2 uh, 2 means 2 characters, means 2 letters 2. Okay. Welcome to JavaScript to learn. Okay. Then what it will do? We'll check, we'll save it, we'll refresh it. Now it is giving this first letter. Okay. This first letter index. Okay. If we want to get this 2 index, what we want to do here is we will use the last index of. Okay. So we will use this method here. Okay. Let's save it and refresh it. So it is giving the second, means the last uh, letter, means the last 2. Okay. Not the first 2 index. Okay. So if you want to get the last letter index, means the last provided string index, so you can use the last index of. Okay. We'll stick to the index of. Okay. Suppose we want to start from after this position. Okay. After this position we can also get the required this 2 position. Okay. If we know this starting position. Okay. So 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Suppose here we'll give 12. Okay. So it is after this 2 position. So it is the search position after. So it will search this required string after the 12th position. Okay. Means after the 12th position it will search. Okay. So it will not get this 2, but it will get this 2. Okay. So let's save it, refresh it, and we are getting now this 2 position. Okay. Because we are starting the search from 12th position. Okay. So it is giving the position of this 2. Okay, index of this 2 string, not this 2 string. Okay, now we'll learn some more methods or properties. Okay, so we'll remove this. Okay, so now we'll target this text here, this text variable, and we'll put a dot. Suppose we want to convert it into uppercase. Okay, so we'll use the two uppercase, and what it will do is it will convert the whole text to the uppercase. Okay, let's save it and refresh it. So it converts all the letters to the uppercase. Okay, in the same way we can also use the two lowercase method. Okay, so here we are using the two lowercase method. So just a minute, we haven't saved it, so we'll first save it, and now you can see our whole text is converted to the lowercase. Okay, so today we have discussed like about 5 to 8 methods and properties. Okay, first we have covered slice, length, slice, substring, substr, index of, last index of, two uppercase and two lowercase. So approx 8 methods and properties. Okay, so many properties are there. We'll cover that in the next lecture.